My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need! And I hope you enjoy the video.
Woo-hoo! Boy, I cannot wait for this weekend. Yes, sir. NBA playoffs, baby. We back. I needed this. I need something to watch on TV. You know, ain't really nothing right now to watch. Better Call Saul, season 6 about to start up. But I still need to get caught up on season 5 of that. So, but as far as sports, man, oh man, cannot wait. Always love when the NBA playoffs start. And I think this first round is going to be a very entertaining first round. Tonight you still got 4 different teams fighting for play-in spots. Tonight the Hawks played the Cavs at 7:30 and they're fighting for to lose to my Heat. Honestly, bro, Hawks versus Cavs play-in spot, I got the Hawks. I got Trae Young. I got Ice Trae. The Hawks probably gonna be playing my Heat in the first round. As far as that goes, we'll get to that later. You also got the Pelicans playing the Clippers tonight, and not sure if you guys have heard, Paul George, in true pandemic P fashion, I think he won't be playing tonight because of health protocols, something like that. So I'm guessing it's COVID related. So in true pandemic P fashion, you know, he won't be playing tonight. So did that just literally cost him a playoff spot? Can the Clippers beat the Pelicans without Paul George? It's possible. But it's definitely going to be more hard. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So those are the last 2 play-in games that are tonight, and then tomorrow the playoffs start, which is crazy. So yeah, round 1 tomorrow. So the first game tomorrow, you got the Jazz playing the Mavericks tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Also, not sure you guys have heard or not, but Dallas Mavericks All-Star Luka Doncic calf strain will be out for Game 1 versus Utah on Saturday, and significant. Man, what a horrible time to get injured! Literally a day before the playoffs start, and significant concerns remains for his availability in Monday's Game 2. Wow. Yeah, Mavericks ain't got no shot. if Luka ain't playing, listen, we all know the Mavs have had a great season, but if Luka, I don't know how serious his calf strain is going to be, but if he's going to miss Game 1 and possibly Game 2, you know, I mean, it's not like the Jazz are this like amazing team, but Mavs ain't winning jack without Luka. So that's going to be that sucks, man. Shout out to Blue. I know that man Blue hurt. No Luka for his Mavs team. Depending on the severity of it, it might be, you know, a few games he might miss. But yeah, I don't see Mavs winning this series without Luka. Period. I do not. So hopefully he can come back. Because if they do have Luka, I don't think Jazz can win. But if they don't, hey man, listen, Jazz might win this in 6 or 7 games. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, you can't have Luka out. Luka is like their freaking heartbeat. So, after that, this is actually, I think, going to be the most entertaining series of the first round. Them Timberwolves versus Grizzlies. Ja Morant first round versus Edwards. Now here's the thing, I didn't even, that play-in game that the Wolves had against the Clippers where freaking Patrick Beverly was like crying like he just won a freaking championship title. That was the first time that I actually watched an entire Timberwolves game. I didn't know how good of a team that they were. They actually look really good. And this Edwards kid, I don't even think he's 20. I don't even think he's 21 yet. Wow. And then with a combination of Patrick Beverly in it, I think this is going to be the most entertaining series of the first round. With Ja Morant, Edwards, Patrick Beverly. But, however, I do have the Grizzlies winning this series. Grizzlies, like I said, you know, when the Wolves were fighting the Clippers for that spot, it was like, all right, y'all celebrating to lose to the Grizzlies. They might win 1 or 2 games, maybe 2. But do I see the Wolves beating the Grizzlies in a 7-game series? Absolutely not. The Grizzlies are scary this year. Shout out to Jack Move. You finally got something to cheer about with this team. The Grizzlies are scary. You also got Raptors versus Sixers. I tell you what, Sixers, they better win this series. One, because Joel Embiid is really playing the best basketball of his career. Like, he's a injury-prone player. Not like Anthony Davis tier, but, you know, Joel Embiid does, you know, when you can get him healthy and when he's playing, you know, you have to take advantage of that because, you know, he has had multiple injuries in his career. So Joel Embiid is playing great basketball right now. James Harden, though, I think all the pressure is on this man. Because, one, he freaking, you know, he left Houston the way he did, which wasn't a pretty sight to see. Then he went to Brooklyn, and then, you know, all the stuff that was going on there. Then he pretty much quit on Brooklyn to get here now. Like, and we all know, if you've been watching the playoffs for years now, James Harden, he's already in playoff form. He's been in playoff form. James Harden does not play well in big games. I have always said this. He does not play good in big games. And I know freaking Cody, if you're watching this video, you could get triggered all you want to. Yo, man is not that guy come playoff time. And I'm telling you this right now. If James Harden somehow stinks it up again during any point in this playoff run, but especially the first round of going against the Raptors, I don't want to hear no more of James Harden being up there with a Dwayne. That's freaking stupid that suckers say that. Anyways, that freaking James Harden might be one of the best shooting guards of all time. Freaking up there with D-Wade. Get the freak out of here, bro. And who's the coach of the Sixers too? Ain't it Doc Rivers? Yo, I'd be terrified right now if I was a Sixers. You gotta put your faith in James Harden, and then that overrated coach who has been eating off that 2008 championship ring since it has happened, Doc Rivers. And we all know this sucker's we all know how Doc Rivers coached teams be in the playoffs since that 08 run, since his stint with the Celtics. They don't be that good. Something will and can go wrong. So I'll say this. My head is saying the Sixers win this series. My head is saying that the Sixers win this series in probably 6 or 7 games. But I ain't gonna lie. My heart is saying the Raptors. And if the Raptors win this series, trust the process, I guess, right? Trust the process. Next series, you got the Nuggets and Warriors. Now, again, going back to just being a terrible time to get... It's so crazy that... Remember before, like, you know, Steph Curry got injured and now they're waiting for him to come back. The whole thing was, yo, we just waiting for Clay to come back. And once Clay and Draymond get back and Wiseman, like the Warriors, like we're literally looking like, yo, once they get all their players back, like the Warriors were looking great this year. You know, when Steph Curry was playing, Steph Curry has been out for a while now. And yeah, I don't know when he's supposed to come back. I know they said He does. I saw somewhere where they said he might be back in time for game 1. But even if he is, like, I'm sure he's gonna be on a minutes restriction because he's freaking. You're not winning without Steph. You're just not. Like, Clay is great, but this returned version of Clay, I feel like Clay is still not truly comfortable yet. You know, he's still trying to, you know, get back to playing basketball after like a 2-year freaking break. So yeah, Draymond Green, I mean, he's great, but Mr. Mr. Triple Single, he ain't doing nothing either. Like, they need each other to succeed. They can't win without Clay. They can't win without Steph. They can't win without Draymond. It's like they need to be together. They are the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Steph is the freaking jelly. Clay is the peanut butter, and Draymond Green is the bread. And freaking Wiseman is, I don't know, the juice on the other side. You know, they need each other for this to happen. So yes, if they have all their pieces, the Warriors, I think, could honestly win the whole thing. But because they've been dealing with injuries, you know, for a while now. Again, I think Steph is supposed to come back for game 1. But let's be real, bro. They playing the Nuggets in the first round, and Joker, can they beat the Nuggets in a 7-game series? I don't know. I really don't know, because Steph is huge, and if he does plan on playing it in this series, which I think he will, what percentage of Steph is really gonna come back? You know, I don't know. I'm gonna still say it's tough. I think this is gonna go 7 games. If Warriors were completely healthy, I think the Warriors have this easy. Whoever has home court advantage in game 7 wins. Like, if they're playing in freaking Golden State, or if they're playing in Denver, whoever has home court in game 7 is going to win this series. I think this series is really a toss-up, just because of, again, the state of the Warriors right now. Nets versus Celtics. Woo! Lonely! Them Celtics, boy! It's time to put up a shut up, sucker. Nets versus Celtics. Celtics been playing really great, man. Celtics have been playing great basketball. They was looking like, if not the best team in the league at one point, like right before the season was, you know, nearing its end. And, you know, of course, the Nets got Kyrie, Durant. You could say that they're the best duo in the league right now as far as just scoring. But my thing is, the Nets don't play no defense. Their defense is sus, and that's why, you know, with the toss-up of freaking Ben Simmons, like, is this sucker going to play or not? Which it kind of looks like he's not going to. It's just like, Ben Simmons would really help them, because the Nets' weakness right now is their defense. My issue is not Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving, because if it's a close game and you got those two on your team, the Nets can beat whoever. But, you know, we all know in the playoffs, you know, the games get tight, you know, and then sometimes it's hard to score, and you're trying to look for someone to get you a basket. Fouls are not called the same, stuff like that. So it's going to come down to defense. And if the Nets are just doing what they've been doing for a while, I don't think they could beat the Celtics, bro. I really don't. The way that they've been playing for a while, Celtics should beat the Nets in 6 games max. Unless, like, suckers just start choking. Or if the Nets, you know, can put it all together somehow and start playing defense, and Kevin Durant. I'm not worried about Kevin Durant having a freaking great series. I'm not even really worried about Kyrie having a great series. But yeah, if they don't get it together right on defense against this Celtics team, they can lose this series easily. And I think I've seen that the Nets were the favorites to win this series. I don't know, man. The way that they've been playing, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's just like clear cut the Nets. I do not. Also, you got Bulls versus the Bucks. Now, the Bulls have had a great run, man. Bulls have done pretty good. At a one point in the season that, they was looking like one of the, top 3-4 teams in the East. Back to reality. The Chicago Bulls are a decent team. Bulls versus the Bucks. Giannis? It is Giannis? Ain't no freaking chance. I honestly think the Bucks sweep the Bulls. Yeah, as great as the Bulls have looked at, some point, the Bulls might get one game. They may get one game. I might give them just one game. So yeah, and then back to the play-in game. So the Hawks play the Cavs tonight, and whoever wins that, I guess, has the privilege of going against the Heat. I think the Hawks are going to beat the Cavs, like I said. And then as far as the Heat versus the Hawks, I say the Heat beat the Hawks in 6 games. So I'm gonna give some respect to the Hawks. As far as the Pelicans versus the Clippers, they could very well lose just because of that. Them not having Paul George, that would suck. That would honestly suck if they missed the playoffs because of this. But yeah, so whoever wins that gets the privilege of playing the Suns. So it really don't matter who wins that game because they're going to lose. You're going to lose to the Suns. Like I said, I think this first round of the playoffs is going to be a very entertaining one. I'm just excited to see good basketball again. These Suns have been talking about the Lakers literally all year, and I've been questioning why are they showing this trash behind team. I'm just so glad for the playoffs to start tomorrow so I can watch consistent good basketball again. So yeah, very excited for that. What's y'all predictions for the first round? Who y'all got winning these series? Let me know. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Till the next video, my brothers and sisters. I'll catch you boys in my next one. All right. Heat winning the whole thing.